Hi everyone. Hi guys. I am so happy to be here with you again. And what is very, I would say, exciting for me today that my guest who is sitting beside me is also connecting with you from Ireland. We are just in the different city because I am scheduling this live for you from Dublin, and Dorota, my Silva Inspirational Guest, is connecting with us from Galway. Dorota, how are you today?
I'm really good. Welcome, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm so honored for this invitation. Thank you, Kasia. And I simply cannot wait to share with you. I was so excited all day today.
Super. Yeah, I was actually waiting for this conversation with you too, Dorota. But just slowly, people will be gathering to us. So maybe, if you don't mind, I will just tell everyone how our life is going to look like. So, Dorota, guys, today is my Silva Inspirational Guest. I will tell you about Dorota in few words just while you are joining us. But first of all, I want to thank you once again for growing this channel. You are actually being here, and the channel is, so big. I think, Dorota, that maybe you are even not aware about it, but it's almost 11,000 subscribers. Well, it's exactly 10,700 subscribers on this channel. So you,
Congrats.
yeah, so you have a big audience for yourself today. But just because new people, have been joining here because of our inspirational conversation that is happening right now, let me tell them a little bit word about myself. And after that, we will start our conversation. And also, guys, as always, by the end of our chat, and I will leave few minutes for Q&A to Dorota. So if you are going to have some questions about everything what she's going to share with us today about her passion, work, and maybe even some Silva method successes, you are more than welcome to do so. So just for everyone, because maybe you are here for the first time, my name is Katarzyna Ostasz, and I have a huge privilege and huge pleasure to teach this amazing Silva method program in Ireland, but not only because for the last year, I also have been able to teach this program in Polish languages. And actually, Dorota is a Silva Method graduate who completed the first edition of the Polish version of the Silva Method. So I know Dorota for a long, long time, and for me, it's a huge pleasure to being able to observe her transformation, because Dorota, correct me, but I think that we met first time in 2018, and since this time, we are even supporting each other in terms of growing our businesses, and I can definitely say that we are supporting ourselves in the way of our friendship, because it's absolutely amazing for me to have you in my surroundings. And wow, it's just a beautiful journey, I think, that we all have between each other.
I
So,
think
Dorota, yes, people are joining us here. So let's start it just for everyone. Before Dorota will share with you her story, a few words about her, because few beautiful description about how everything started for Dorota in terms of her personal growth is written below this video. But from my perspective, what I would like to tell you about Dorota is that she is aromatherapist. Recently, she became a body healing coach. For me, she's also a master in terms of essential oils. This is absolutely the best person to go to in terms of being educated about how essential oils can help you to deal with on the daily basis. And because I know Dorota privately as well, for me, she's a mother of two amazing kids and also a wife for a 15 years. And I'm going to tell you in secret that she had recently her 15 years anniversary of her marriage. So you can join me and you can congratulate Dorota as well. So, Dorota, one more time, absolutely amazing feeling for me to have you here today. And as I said, starting, our journey as a first of all, coach and client, and then even, being in this beautiful relationship, I call that friendship, is absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for always being here for me and for others. And please tell us a little bit more about yourself, who you are, what you do on the daily basis. Just basically tell us more about yourself.
Sure. So I live in Ireland, as Kasia mentioned at the very beginning of this life. I live in the West Coast, Galway. I moved here 16 years ago. So as just graduated from secondary school and ready for all the adventures to come, I was all about journalism. I really wanted to become a journalist. And I took this path a little bit later than I expected, because first I set up my family here in Ireland. Soon after arriving, I've met my current husband. And as Kasia mentioned, yes, thank you so much for the congratulations. The 15th anniversary was amazing. And yes, I'm happily married for 15 years, have 2 kids. And after setting up a family, I took a path to study journalism. And I wasn't going to mention it here as I was thinking about this live and everything, but I think it's quite important because as I approach this journey of becoming a journalist and studying and learning all about media, that was my kind of a goal. I dreamt about it for all my teenage years, all my secondary school. And then when it was my reality, something was constantly drawing me out of this environment. But I was so stubborn, I didn't want to give in. I was like, no, I really want to do it, until I got really sick. Like my health was kind of going down and down and down. Every month was getting worse, and couldn't figure out at that time what was happening. But I didn't want to give up. I still went for. I was actually studying in Dublin, so I was traveling a lot between Galway and Dublin. And then my doctor told me, listen, you either stop these travels and focus on your health, or we don't know where it's going. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, fair enough. I'm going to take a gap here and just look after my health. And that is the time when oils showed up in my life. A little bit later, actually. But when I started looking after myself and looking for different alternatives to support my health, and my daughter got quite sick in the meantime. So everything, I felt like it was falling apart, but now I
Mm-hmm.
know it was all for the right reasons. Because if not all those situations, I wouldn't really get to the path of healing, the path of alternative ways to support your body and health. So when I was kind of discovering different things, the essential oils were part of this journey. They showed up. I said, okay, I'm gonna try them. The results were so quick that I felt really passionate. And then I decided to not go back to journalism, because I've learned it's okay. That was exactly what meant to happen. The journalism, it's not me. What's going on in this environment? I'm completely different person. And I was so happy when I discovered it, because for about a year I was quite depressed, feeling like it's the biggest failure of my life. I didn't graduate. I took this step and I finished halfway through. I felt like a
Mm-hmm.
failure for about a year. And then it all kind of started changing. So now I'm really, really grateful how the things developed. And yes, I can say everything happens for a reason. And I know, Kasia, when we've met, I told you this before, but I'm going to say it
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
again. I knew about you before you knew about me.
Yeah.
I've been working in the same radio station but because I had to stop traveling to Dublin, I had to quit. So when I quit, soon after, I was still listening to different shows and programs in this station, and I came across your show, and that's the first time I've heard about the Silva method. I was like, that's interesting, but my awareness wasn't there. I was
Yeah,
still,
of
it was
course.
a bit like, oh, what is the Silva method? What is, I didn't even know how to meditate at that time. So that we are going back like 2014,
18, I think.
2015, some
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Actually, even earlier. Yeah, 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 you're right.
yeah, something like that, I think. So then I've met Kasia, and I've already started engaging in my essential oils work, and I was in the moment of completing my aromatherapy diploma.
Mm-hmm.
I completely got into research about the oils and what they do, how they can
Mm-hmm.
help us and support us. So my husband was like, "Will you ever stop?" I'm like, "No." Um, so yeah, I've met Kasia then for the first time in 2018, early 2018, and I just felt it. I was at the moment that I was looking for a mentor, for a coach, for someone to get a little bit more guidance, someone who has more experience and can speed up some things for
Of
me,
course.
and
Yeah.
that would help me to work on myself, because I just started getting into personal development and stuff. So I've decided to join and work with Kasia for 6 months in her amazing program as well, Awake Your Awesomeness Within. And I think I can say that it has been awakened for since. So I would recommend that too. And that was also, I've heard throughout our cooperation, Kasia, about Silva method, and
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't ready. It
Yeah.
wasn't the time. I
Yeah.
remember twice I was looking at the times when you were doing the English edition in
Yeah.
Dublin, and I couldn't travel. I was like, okay, next time, next
Next
time.
time. Probably it's not this time. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So then I decided to go for it. And since then as well, the most recent thing that I've done is body healing coaching, because I'm really passionate about our emotional healing, how we can release trapped emotions. I had quite a few personal experiences, and I have worked and helped others to release trapped emotions. And I truly do believe that that is a key to our inner healing and shifting and moving things around, and just as well um, bringing this awareness. So essential oils and aromatherapy, they support this healing hugely, and it all links. And I think I
Yes.
don't have to
Yes.
say how Silva method fits in with those two.
Yeah, yeah. People would know. People who are obviously here as Silva graduates and people, Dorota, who are the fans of the Silva method, they would absolutely feel you, I think, so much because I can feel you. And yeah, just guys, I see you here. Please welcome us. Let us know, who is with us today. I always love to be here with you live and chat with you. So please write in the comment box, what's your name? Where are you connecting from? It's always great for us because we see that you are here, but at least I'm not sure, Dorota, I cannot see any comments yet. So it will be great to have you here. So Dorota, I will stop you here because see, like I totally got the point that you were thinking about joining the English edition of the Silva method, right? But it was just not the time because many other circumstances were at the same time on the way for you. But please tell me, because for me it is always very, very, I would say, curious. I know you for so many years, and recently, it was October 2021, you decided to join my first edition that I run in Polish, I mean, the Silva Method program. So, knowing you and now people who are listening to us, they know your background. They know that obviously, by October 2021, you already did and help. You did a lot of help for so many customers of you, for so many clients. So we know that you are such an experienced, awake, and conscious person. So what kind of instinct put you? What kind of decision, was kind of pushing you to actually, try and experience what the Silva Method program is? Because, even though we know that you are such an experienced person when we talk about the personal development area, in the Silva community, let's call it, you are quite fresh person because you complete the course in October 2021. So my question is, what the person like you, very experienced person, very conscious, very awake person, found for herself, for you, in the Silva Method program? How did you find it? If you can tell us more, because, this is a channel about the Silva Method. So maybe your answer will be also helping others to make this decision. They might be very aware about everything, right? They might even use a different approach like you did. But why actually you wanted to complete the Silva Method program?
So there are a few things that I would like to mention here. First of all, my last year, I usually like to sum up my year with one word.
Mm-hmm.
And last year was different because this word was coming to me towards the end of
Mm-hmm.
2020. So instead of, I summed up my 2019, and then it just was so strong that I felt healing. So
Mm-hmm.
into 2021, I was entering with my word for the whole year, healing. Because, as I said, I had a lot of health challenges in my
Mm-hmm.
20s. I'm in the mid 30s at the moment, just to give you a bit of a time frame as well. So I resolved a lot, but there were still few things that I wanted to improve and look after my health. So 2021 was my year of healing. And then for the first couple of months of the year, like January, February, it's like, how it's going to happen? I have no idea,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew, I trusted. I knew the tools
Mm-hmm.
Kasha gave me in her program.
Yes.
So that was very helpful. I just trusted and I believed that everything is going to align in the right time. And in March, everything started shifting and moving forward. I was amazed. This was just from one week to another. Things were changing. And then I've heard Kasha is doing first edition of Silva Method in autumn. That's it. That's what I need. That's my tools for the end of the year to
Yes.
complete my healing. That's gonna be like the cherry on the top of the cake. So I knew straight away that that was what I want to do. I looked in my calendar and everything as, okay, that's fine. It's 6 months ahead. I can easily plan it and go for it. So I remember our conversation, Kasia, about that.
Yes. Me too.
I was totally in. Um, and now why I love Silva method, because as you said, yes, I have experience in different areas. I
Yeah.
worked with people on daily basis and I help my clients to on the healing health journey and emotions and all sorts of things. But the Silva method, what I love about it, it's first, it's simplicity. It's just
Mm-hmm.
so simple. The tools that this method gives us are just, you have them in your mind. They are so easy that
Yeah.
you don't need to scroll and look for information or go to different books and just find how it works, because there is also flexibility. So if you do something a little bit different, it doesn't matter. It has to
Exactly.
work for you. It's not
Exactly.
that it's like I don't know, a rigid rule that you have to follow. But and that's me. I like to do things a little bit with my own touch, and that's why this method resonated with me so much, because I could use the simple tools be flexible and adjust them to my own needs, to my own style, to the way I feel it. And then the other thing, it gives you results straight away. I'm not going to tell much about results now because I know we are heading to,
Yes, I will ask you definitely, you know.
but it's not something that you need to wait for results for a couple of years. Yes, sometimes depending on
Yeah.
what you're working, sometimes it's not immediate, but it's quite soon. And some other stuff that they just happen instantly, and that's what I love. That's what something, because I'm not very patient person in terms of waiting. So when I saw the results of the tools after our first day, because first weekend, because it was 2 weekends,
Yes.
I was, oh my god, I just love it, that works. And I fall in love with it, and I use it pretty much every day. Something out of the Silva method is in my life.
Super. So I'm not going now to ask you about your, you know, the small and maybe the bigger results, because we are going to have a section for that, as I mentioned to you before we went live. But now, Dorota, what I was thinking, having you here and knowing, you know, your absolutely beautiful wisdom about everything what is with relation to body healing, you know, spiritual part of our life as well, essential oils, aromatherapy. I want to ask you today, you know, publicly, because I've already know what you are doing, but if you can tell us, how do you take care of yourself on the daily basis? Maybe you have some routine that you are actually, you know, starting your day from, or maybe you do something before you are going to fall asleep. Because, you know, I think that I wouldn't be fair to our audience if I wouldn't ask you these questions due to the fact that you know a lot. So, if Dorota Bencheikh, our body healing coach and aromatherapist, can tell me and everyone who are here with us right now and who will be watching this video later on, tell us what you do on the daily basis in terms of your own well-being.
Mhm. So that's first of all, whatever I do, I teach others. So whatever I teach others, I have practiced, and maybe not everything has worked for me. So again, I change different routines, different
Mm-hmm.
techniques, different things, but I share them with my clients. Because everyone needs to find what works for
Yes.
them. We are all individuals and we are so different. So it wouldn't be fair if I said, that's what I do and that's what you have to follow to succeed or to be healthy or to
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of peace and calm, because that just doesn't work. But whatever I would say, what works for me, and if you get inspiration out of it, you want to try it, go ahead. It's usually very, I like simplicity, as I said before. So I'm gonna mention a few things. So first of
Mm-hmm.
all, I practice gratitude every single day. So that's my number one. I wake up in the morning, I make cup of tea or coffee, I sit down, and while kids are getting ready to school, I just write down a few
Mm-hmm.
things that I'm grateful for. So I
Beautiful.
feel that that this is a thing that actually changed a lot in my life, because when I was discovering the practice of gratitude, and the first time I was asked, "What are you grateful for?" my answer was, and that was a good few years back, my answer was, "What can I be grateful for?" I felt sick. I felt I'm stuck. I felt like a failure. What can I be grateful for? And with the time, I started learning about it and how important this emotion is, because it's one of the highest emotions. Gratitude is it's a miracle. It's a magic. It can change so much in terms of our body energy as well, and the frequency of our body. So I join the gratitude with essential oils again. So it's usually a diffuser going on in my kitchen, or before I start writing down, I just take a drop of the any oil, like as
Yeah, you
simple
can
as
show us. This is what I want to ask you. You can present some. Yeah.
so I just do that. And take a few deep breaths, and then I write. So the oils, it depends what I need on a particular day. Then another thing that is quite important for me is mindfulness. So that's something that I've learned along the way as well, to just stop during the day, um even for 30 seconds, for 1 minute, and just tune in with yourself and ask yourself, how are you, what's around you, and notice things that are beautiful. And maybe you will not believe me, Kasha, but it's only maybe the last 3-4 years that I have started noticing the flowers blooming. Like spring became my favorite time of the year, because everything is waking up to life again. Where before I was just going, like a lot of people nowadays are just so busy. Um, but yes, this 30 seconds, 1 minute of stop and just take a deep breath. It's so calming. It's helping me to manage my stress levels as well. So it has so many benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then, of course, I use essential oils every single day.
Yes.
That's my routine. I wake up in the morning and I rub the oil on the soles of my feet. Usually it's balanced. So it's the oil that is really grounding and helps you just be here, and and
Mm-hmm.
and just brings this sense of calmness. And I think what is important too is listening to my own body. So I, before, long ago, I was like, you have to do no matter what, you have to deliver, you have to meet the deadlines, you have to. But now I am, it's not that I am not a reliable person, absolutely not, but I just do everything in tune with myself. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't force things. I try to do them with the flow. And I still deliver things on time. I like to keep to my deadlines. Yes, sometimes I work under pressure because the deadline is approaching really quickly, but I'm the most effective this way. And that's something I've learned about myself too. So these are the little things that help me every single day, just um, to do things with ease, and
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoy it, and that
Mm-hmm.
brings so much more happiness. And when there is the day that maybe it's not 100%, or the day that I feel a little bit low, or
Mm-hmm.
like, life happens, right?
Of course. Of course.
So I have tools. I know that I have tools that I can bring myself back on track. So at that time, I would use a bit different oils just to uplift my mood, or I would use Silva method techniques and tools to
Mm-hmm.
relax my body. And that's something what I've learned to be able to relax in a split second.
Yes.
And I know that I am relaxed. My mind is relaxed and my body is relaxed. So that's something that I've learned over those weekends, and it's invaluable, because I feel that for many people it's hard to rest. We just sometimes don't know how to rest and
Yes.
recharge our batteries. So yeah, that's something. Self-care is a huge part of my life, and yes, I
Mm-hmm.
I am putting it. Sometimes even kids are coming around or whatever, and I say to them, no, it's my time now, I'm really sorry, I'll be available in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Where before I was never priority for myself. So
Amazing.
I feel that
Mm-hmm.
I can be better for my family, better for others, and help in a better way when I look after myself first.
That's super. And it's so, so, so important and so powerful because it's so true, Dorota, that if we want to give others, we first of all need to give to ourselves because, like, there is no other way. So everything what we even want to manifest, right? It's actually coming from that state of relaxation, yeah, like you said. But what I love about your daily routine is obviously your way, essential oils, and also gratitude because every single time if I can, I just want to remind people how grateful they should be. And I'm putting this word should be, in the quotes, because we actually have so many things around us. But like you even said, sometimes we cannot see it, right? Because we are constantly in a rush. But once we are going to stop and be mindful for everything what is surrounding us, obviously, the life will be much easier and I think more fulfilled as well. Okay, so guys, who is here with us? One more time, I want to ask you, I want to engage you to our chat with Dorota. So please let us know because we see you here. We see you here. So we really want you to join us here and let us some questions. Maybe you just got some reflection. Maybe you've been inspired about everything what Dorota said. So please let us know. Okay, so Dorota, what you just say as well, what I'm actually resonate with is that you listen to your body and you know what your body is going to give you, what kind of messages your body is going to give you. So my next question is, right, your own opinion, your own reflection. Maybe you have your own even um, history about it. According to Dorota Bencheikh, why is it important to meditate and also listen to your own intuition? I'm just going to stop for the moment, right? Because obviously, we do meditate and we becoming a friend with our intuition during the Silva method course, right? This is absolutely two powerful ways how we teach you and others to manifest things in life. So knowing you, your experience, we know that you are already fulfilled. Like, when I heard your story today at the beginning of our live chat, it's like, wow, it's absolutely amazing. This girl is just now kind of fulfilling herself because she already got everything what she wanted. But if you can tell us, in which way meditation and following your own intuition is helping you in your life, health, and also business.
Mhm. So the first thing that I would say, I trusted my intuition even more after graduating the Silva method. So it's the first thing that I have to stress here, because before I knew I'm quite intuitive person, and there were different things coming to me, and I was okay. That's where I'm going. I just felt it, but very often I would stop and I would doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Is that what I should do? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, sometimes we call it gut feeling.
Yes.
Maybe it's not guiding me in the right way or right path. But after the Silva method weekends, I just felt that's it. Don't doubt. You are where you are and believe in it. So that's the first thing. And I think because some people say, "Oh, I really don't know how to work with my intuition."
Mm-hmm.
I think there is a lot of it's like a process to develop it,
Yes.
because we all have it. We
Yes.
Everyone has it. It's just a matter of bringing this awareness and growing yourself into certain into the consciousness really, about different things, and just it's the intuition is becoming stronger and stronger. And you mentioned meditation. It's one of the ways to, as for me it was anyway, to connect with my intuition, on a different level, on a deeper level, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, meditation, it's a funny story with the meditation and how I have been starting,
Share with
because
us. Come on.
um, because I'm quite dynamic person. I'm not a person that would sit down for 2 hours and just close your eyes and meditate. Yeah, so that was my idea about meditation, and the same about yoga. And I was very skeptical to try it because I don't want to go on a class, or I don't want to go on a meditating retreat or whatever, because I'll be bored to death. But I just didn't understand what meditation was.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started discovering different ways of meditating, it clicked. Because,
Mm-hmm.
as I said before, I like to do things my way. It's not that I'm not
Mm-hmm.
open to trying new ways. Absolutely, I'm always open. But I like effective, quick solutions, and that's just the type of person I am, and that's the things that work for me. So I've started trying meditation. First of all, guided meditation,
Mm-hmm.
and that taught me so much about my body,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on inside, how I can release different tension and pressure and whatever was going on. And I loved it. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe that was also the time I needed it. And that's why the right tools came in the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now I use meditation, again, to connect with myself,
Mm-hmm.
to see what's going on in my body. I tweak it to my own needs. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's a dynamic meditation. I go for a walk and I meditate, and people say, "Oh, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't close your eyes." No, because when
You
you
don't
learn,
have to. Yeah, you don't have to.
you
Yeah.
don't have to, because it's the matter of learning to tune in to yourself, to your inner self, and then it flows.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely something that helped me um, deepen connection with myself,
Mm-hmm.
understand how this process, or how it all works, and trust my intuition
Mm-hmm.
100%. It became really like I can feel it. I
Mm-hmm.
just feel it now, even in my body. um it's all energy, whatever is happening around us. So no matter if you are a bit skeptical about meditation, just set intention why you want to meditate. What do you want it will give you? Because maybe you have completely different reason than me, but it doesn't mean that it will not work for you. It's just approach, what way
Mm-hmm.
you're going to sit down, and just, it's it's simple. It really is
Mm-hmm.
simple. So I would say try different ways. The meditation, it's not as something that it has to last for an hour. It can be as short as 5 minutes, as short as 1 minute if you need it to be.
Sure.
um, and it can bring very similar benefits, again, depending what you want to achieve. So ask yourself first, and trust the process. I love this expression, trust the process,
Yes.
and see what happens for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so beautiful what you just said, and I just really wanted to ask you, Dorota, this question because, like, knowing you, as we already said, for a few years back and seeing you in the Silva Method program when you actually had opportunity to work with your own intuition was absolutely mind-blowing for me. And obviously, I always knew that you are a very intuitive person with, all of your decision that sometimes I was even, able to observe and be part of it as well. And just wow, seeing you, but also other girls during the intuitive part of the training was absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad to hear today from you that from that day that maybe it was even, some sign for you that yes, this is a great moment for me to finally believe and trust my own intuition because I saw you, girls also who did with us the course saw you, and they've been also great like yourself with this intuition training. So thank you so much for sharing that because I think that this is very, very important. Okay, so let's now move to the last part of our life today because I think that people might waiting for that as well. Dorota, we are here on the Silva Method Island YouTube channel. The part of that section when I invite here the Silva Inspirational Guest is also share a little bit more about your own successes that you think or you believe that they are actually, coming because you've been engaged with the Silva method tools. So I'm actually very, very interested what you are going to share with us. If you can share with us, tiny, maybe a little bit bigger and super big success if you already have it, that you think that you gain through the practice of the Silva method tools. We are now going to listen to everything what you are going to say to us.
Of course. So I'm going to share the successes from a little bit different parts of my life. So I hope
Okay.
that's gonna, as you said, something very tiny, a little bit bigger, and something
Yeah.
big. So first of all, it's when I've heard about the you can wake up without alarm, and I'm the person that's um yeah, the mornings can be tricky for me. So I
Mm-hmm.
always had the alarm set up. And then after learning about different tools, this one was, oh, I can try it straight away. I'm not setting up
Yes.
alarm tonight, and I go to sleep. Um, and apparently, I woke up about 5 minutes before I scheduled it in my head. And I said, maybe it's just coincidence. So then
Mm-hmm.
I tried it again and again. So now I can confidently say that I have no problem going to sleep and wake up without alarm. I have to say my husband does it for years. He never needs alarm. And I was, how do you do that? And he said, I just know I have to get up and I get up. And he is not a Silva Method graduate, by the way. He
Yeah.
just has this insane abilities sometimes. But it's not insane. It actually is simple and it does work. So that's probably one of the simplest things that I can use on everyday basis.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing,
Amazing. Mm-hmm.
another thing that I really really like is um, going into alpha state.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that when I have a lot of work, and yes, as I mentioned before, sometimes you do
Mm-hmm.
work under pressure, sometimes life
Yeah.
happens and you can feel stressed or something. So that is what I noticed, that I started having less pains in my body, because sometimes we hold this stress or tension in our body and different
Mm-hmm.
aches and stuff can happen. And yes, each ache and each part of the body is connected with different emotions. So that's completely different area that I work when it comes to body healing. But the going into alpha state helps me straight away release any tension in my body and clears my mind at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I am becoming more productive. So when I need to work and there is a deadline approaching, and I tend to leave sometimes things to the last minute, in the middle of the day or whenever it's needed, using this few minutes, sometimes it's just, Kasha probably would agree that it can be as short as 2 3 5 minutes,
Yes.
and you are back on your task with completely different refreshed mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's this kind of medium thing. So then my
Mm-hmm.
personal life, I wake up with no alarm. Then my productive
Day.
life, work
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
life. And then that's something that I used even today, and I
Okay.
have used it before, and that's again going back to my health and my physical activity, that I try to be active every single day, just to move your body, because we do know that it just changes the energy and
Of
everything,
course.
and it's healthy for us. But recently I just kind of, my level dropped slightly.
Mm-hmm.
So I went today for the first run, jog and run and walk since I think about a month
Around
and
a
a
month. Yes. I
about a
remember.
month. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't expect to run a whole marathon today, but I just wanted to give my body
Mm-hmm.
to start my getting used to my body to this type of movement. And I have to say, towards the end, I started feeling very, very tired. And I had done it previously, but today it was really strong. And I even had to stop myself. And I'll explain now why.
Mm-hmm.
Because as my legs started getting tired and my body was just kind of, it's okay, just walk this last kilometer, you can just walk. I used Silva method tool and to give energy to my body, to my legs. So I knew that it's a straight path. I closed my eyes for a minute. I joined my fingers. The
Okay.
Silva method graduates would know now what I'm talking about. And if you're not graduate yet, you have to learn this technique. So contact Kasia and get on the next um, course. And it was immediate. It just came. And today I decided that I'm gonna run for 1 minute and speed walk for 2 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and I will alternate like this. I felt like I could run another minute at least, and I had to stop myself. I had to say, no, no, hold on, it's your first run after so long. Take it
Mm-hmm.
easy and just kind of um, build it up. But I felt this massive burst of energy that was amazing. And again, look, I it was maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and it started coming. So that is a huge success when you can use something like this on a everyday basis.
Amazing.
And the last thing that I'm gonna say is when I help someone with the oils, like when I'm trying to advise
Mm-hmm.
what oils would be best for different type of person, because there is such a huge selection of essential oils, and they all have different properties. But there are few that can have similar properties and can do the
Mm-hmm.
similar job. It's just a matter of getting the right one for the right person. I use the Silva method tools um, to match the right oils. And since I graduated, I can share this secretly. They were all spot on. So
Wow. And obviously, if I can just ask you, I believe that you are working closely with your intuition in that case. Am I right? Or, yeah.
100%, 100%. And yeah, I use like different tools to for different people depending on
Wow.
what we are working on.
That's
But
amazing.
yeah, it's invaluable tool in terms of my aromatherapy and body healing work as well.
Wow. No, that's amazing, Dorota. And thank you so much, that you just started, from this tiny little success that you are waking up without an alarm clock. I personally love this technique because, when I do start my day without being in stress, my day looks totally different. And I always like to tell about it. I'm not sure if you watched my last live video with daughter of Jose Silva, Laura Silva Casada, and she said quite something similar to what you just said, that basically it's so great to use the alarm clock, because if you can wake up without using that alarm clock, you can just think, oh my god, I just did it, so how many things I can do more, and this little step in terms of your morning manifestation, that you just woke up without an alarm clock, is building your confidence and your belief, and you are trusting this process, like you just said, that you can actually do much more. And I'm so glad,
100%.
yeah, and I'm so glad that you mentioned also, being quite often in the alpha state, and wow, matching your essential work, to your clients, using also, as a help the Silva method tools. It's quite amazing. So, Dorota, because everything what you do is very, very, in relation to everything what I do, before I will end up our chat, I want to ask you if you have at the moment, any special offer for people who are here with us right now, who will be watching us later on, because I also know your essential oils. I have them from you in my house, and they've been so helpful for me in my journey also, to support me on so many different occasions. Share with us, because maybe we are going to have somebody who would feel you so much and who would connect with you and everything what you do. So we just want to be here for others. So if you have any Scott offer at the moment on the table, let us know how we can be in contact with you, and also maybe just in short ways how essential oils can help us to become a more healthy person as well.
Thank you, Kasia. Yes, so essential oils, they work on many different levels, and they support us physically and emotionally as well. So they just bring this balance into our body. They help.
Mm-hmm.
Each oil has their own frequency, and usually they are quite high. So
Mm-hmm.
they help us as well to work on our energy levels. I use them every single day in my house. Um, like even here now beside me, there is diffuser going
Oh,
on.
yeah. Yeah, please
Um,
show this because it's
so it's
absolutely
just very simple again thing to turn on the diffuser with the oils in the house, and everyone who is around you will benefit.
okay.
Um, so they are there to kind of, they work on a cellular level,
Mm-hmm.
and they meant to bring the optimal functions of different body systems, so they support every body system that we all have,
Mm-hmm.
and depending what you need, of course. So I'm gonna just share one thing that I do quite a lot when we talked about intuition and meditation and
Mm-hmm.
all these kind of things. I take a drop of oil, like as with my gratitude, I inhale
Mm-hmm.
with the intuition, and that I just take a drop and rub around my heart. So that helps me
Mm-hmm.
connect with myself, my brain, my heart, my gut, and it just works with alignment, if that makes sense. So,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of any offers, yes, currently until the end of the month, I think
Mm-hmm.
we all need a lot of calm and peace at the moment. So, there are five free oils that you can get. With the purchase of the essential oil set, up to 5 oils. So if
Mm-hmm.
you'd be interested to start your essential oil journey, I'll be more than happy to assist you and guide you. And with this, you also have a free consultation. So I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that you know how to use the oils, and we will make a plan that is going to be according to your needs. So
Mm-hmm.
I work on individual level most of the time. So we just sit down and short chat, and then we just know what areas
Mm-hmm.
of your life,
Mm-hmm.
of your health, of your emotions need support, and we make a plan how you can use it. So it's really, really simple. And besides that, you also get a pack with information how to use the oil.
Mm-hmm.
So if one of the days I'm not available to answer your text, you have the booklet and you can check it out
Mm-hmm.
yourself. But most of the time, if you're stuck, if you need information, you can message me at any
Yeah.
time, and I always try to respond as soon as possible, because I know it's all health relation, yes, and if we need help, we need it now. But yes, I'm sleeping. Don't worry, I'm sleeping at night, and I don't answer night. But yes, I'm doing it because I know how aromatherapy can benefit our life. I've
Yeah.
experienced it myself. It has really changed a lot, and I just want this change for others, this positive change. So I really do it from my heart. I
Yes,
love
that's so
sharing
true.
about the oils.
Yeah.
I love helping others, and I love seeing the results that my
Yeah.
clients get with them. So if you are one of the people that is looking for additional support for your health and natural support for your health, body, emotions, I can help you, no problem at all. So how you can contact me? I think in the video
Yes.
underneath in the description there are all the links, so you can find me in most of the social media channels, also here in YouTube. Please don't be discouraged that when you go on few of them, you'll see a lot of information in Polish language. And you can translate it. There is a thing, see translation,
Yes.
either on Facebook or Instagram. But I do speak English, so
Yeah.
you can just message me if it's the case, and I'll be happy to guide
No,
you.
that's absolutely amazing, Dorota. And also from the bottom of my heart, I also want to guys tell you that, the heart of Dorota is full of help. She's very empathic and she really, you know, want do for you the best in terms of her wisdom, her knowledge, and everything what she was able to accomplish on her own. And also for her clients, because we have to add this at this point. So yes, every single links to the different social media platform, Dorota's website is underneath of this video. Please remember Dorota works in English and in Polish, as you can actually experience here now her English. So please contact her. My personal way of thinking is that if we are going to combine, the Silva method, because maybe you're just going to have this huge belief in the practice of the Silva method, with something that you can actually benefit as well, it's just better for us. So, as Dorota said, be flexible. I am exactly the same person. Be open. Even though if I do teach and specialize in educate you with the Silva method approach, business mentoring or coaching, there is no meaning that I'm not going to touch never any different approach. It's great for us to accommodate everything what we feel and what we can benefit from. So, Dorota, thank you so much for that. And guys, just a quick moment right now. If you have any questions to Dorota, there is a moment to write it in the comment box below. But for some reason, I have a feeling that we have a very shy audience today, Dorota, so I'm not sure why. But listen, even if it's not going to happen right now, please, guys, who are going to watch replay of this video, then you are not going to have an option to leave it in the chat because this chat would disappear, but you can always leave a comment underneath of this video, and if I will see something complicated, I will ask Dorota to answer your question.
Of
So
course,
guys,
I'm more than happy to jump on in the comments later on and under the video if it needs to be, or if you have more individual, if that's the case that you
sure.
have shy audience, and if you have something that is more personal and you don't want to ask in the comments, just shoot me a message and I'll be more than happy to help you, because I do know that my type of work sometimes requires a little bit of confidentiality, and
Yes,
live videos and stuff are not the best for some people to ask
I
the right question. So if that's the case, please feel free to message me at any time.
Beautiful. And now, just guys, before we are going to end this video, I'm going to be very honest with you. I've already shared this thoughts with Dorota yesterday or maybe a day before. I got a calling, when I was tuning up myself with my source energy. I got the calling that, well, I do have a lot of people on this channel, and even though I do provide content here in English, why I never mentioned that I also do teach Silva method in Polish. So having here Dorota, maybe it was Dorota, maybe you are my colleague, I realized that actually in the first 2 weekends of April, I'm going to present for you the Silva Method program, foundation program in Polish. And I know that I have so many Polish subscribers here because if you are not aware, I am also originally from Poland. So guys, if you have a feeling that you prefer to learn this program in Polish, here is the way, I'm going also to put the link in the comment of this video when the registration actually is open. And same like Dorota said, if you have any questions about that Polish seminar, it's exactly the same content when I do provide for English speaking environment. Please let me know and I will be ready to answer every single question. So as you can see, sometimes I'm getting the callings as well. A little bit late, but still, on time. So, wow, Dorota, one more time, thank you so much for being with us. I think that you've shared so many inspirational things today. And, I always love to emphasize your knowledge about essential oil. So, guys, if you feel that there is something for you, uh, I really don't know the better person than Dorota is. And with her successes and with her help for her clients, she's absolutely the best person to contact with. So, Dorota, from my side, thank you so much. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure
Thank you
having
so
you
much.
here.
It was a privilege to be here and speak to your audience, Kasia. And I'm so happy I could share my successes of the Silva method and as well my personal story. So thank you so much. And yes, if I could buy the oils again, I probably would do it this month because there's 5 that you can get free. So it's a really good opportunity to get it and support your body to your best abilities, because that's why we are here today. All the
Yeah.
stuff that we shared were just to support ourselves in a better way and more effective. And I feel that these kind of tools like the Silva essential oils, it's so needed in our life,
Yep.
in our world. So
Especially right now, like you mentioned before, right? We are unfortunately living in such a stressful world, but there are the tools, like we said, guys. So just please use it. Open your mind, get a chat with us if you need it, because maybe something is not straightforward for you. And I'm not going to promise anything, but I know that you will see a difference. You just need to be engaged and you need to make a decision that you want to experience this change, and it will be happening. So,
thank you.
Dorota, thank you so much. Have a great evening, guys. Dorota, one more time, good luck with everything. And who knows, maybe we are going to see you here again soon.
Who
Take
knows?
care.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye bye.